Hi friends, you're watching movie reviews with Rakul. In this video, I'll be reviewing Runway 34 starring the Amitabh Bachchan, Ajay Devgn and Rakul Preet Singh. This movie is really engaging, gripping and very intensive, I should tell. It is a very good aviation thriller directed by Ajay Devgn. Produced and directed by Ajay Devgn. Fantastic job by Ajay Devgn, I should tell, for directing this particular movie. It was not easy for him to act in that particular movie and also to direct Runway 34. So it was really fantastic. Most of his job might have been really tough in the first half when the movie goes as an aviation thriller. All the action, intense action takes place in the mid-air, right there in the aircraft. So that should be a really difficult job for Ajay Devgn to have directed, but he has come out really good. The second half of the movie is the courtroom drama. There most of the space is taken by the big B. Amitabh Bachchan dominates the second half of the movie, though Ajay Devgn and Rakul Preet Singh are also there. Boman Iranians is also there in the second half, but the most of the space is taken by Amitabh Bachchan, who pioneers and who masters the courtroom drama and the investigation of what exactly happened in the mid-air. So it is a comprehensive thriller, I should tell. If we divide the movie into two different halves, the first half is the aviation thriller, everything which happens in the mid-air, and the second half is a courtroom drama led by the great Amitabh Bachchan. So all the actors, all these three actors, the story revolves around these three characters, that is Ajay Devgn, Rakul Preet Singh, who are the pilots. Ajay Devgn is the captain and Rakul Preet Singh is the first officer. The story is all about a flight which flies from Dubai to Cochin. So this is actually based on the real events which happened in the past. So the flight takes off from Dubai, it has to land in Kochi, so everything is going well, and something happens in the mid-air. The bad weather, other than the bad weather, there is unclear visibility, a lot of problems happen, and the judgment and judgmental capacity of the captain and the first officer do not match with each other, coordinate with each other. One tells we need to go to Trivandrum, another tells we need to go to Bangalore to land the flight, and they're not getting proper signals, proper guidance. They don't know what exactly to do. So there is a lot of confusion and discussion and also arguments, not to the heated level, but difference of opinion taking place between the captain and the first officer there. So a lot of decisions are taken, wrong decisions are also taken, but timely decisions are taken. That was very important. And just behind the crew there are passengers. Panic. They have pressed the panic button. They don't know what exactly is going to happen. So they are of a hope that the flight would land at Trivandrum or in Bengaluru, so and all the lives will be saved, but the lives of all those passengers are in the hands of these two officers, and what decisions they take, how difficult it is to make those decisions, and what are the sufferings of these two pilots, that is the captain and the first officer, and what are the reactions and also the sufferings of the people in the flight. It may happen in any flight, but we get to see a very intense drama there in the mid-air in Runway 34. The first half is totally about that, and after taking some decisions, be it good or bad or timely, whatever it is there, Ajay Devgn, the captain of the flight, decides he is going to land that particular flight, under what conditions he lands the flight. So it is his own decision to land the flight, and even Rakul Preet Singh is against that. They don't have any other option. They're running out of fuel. Everything is against them. The climate is against them, but they have to take a decision because they don't have fuel even to circumambulate in the air, so to keep skying there. So but they have to take a decision and immediately land the flight, and so he decides to land the flight. That particular scene which comes before the interval, those 15-20 minutes are really intense, I should tell. The cinematography, the editing and the background score will kill the scenes. Means will hold you engaged to your chase, and it is a very gripping drama. So as we all know, they killed it, nailed it. So all the technical departments have killed it, have nailed it to the point of perfection. So there the technical amalgamation and the acting of these two brilliant actors, Ajay Devgn and Rakul Preet Singh, comes into the picture, and the tension of the passengers. So the entire tension in the environment is shown through the cinematography, the bad weather, the rains, the winds, and all those pictures showing the bad things happening in and around. So in front of the pilots, whatever values they're reading, whatever signals they're getting, how they panic, and you need to see Rakul Preet Singh also get tears in her eyes, and Ajay Devgn is confused, but he keeps cool and composed. So that particular tension scenario is created beautifully through the cinematography, through the different frames of the cinematography. Cinematography is wonderful, I should tell. The editing has been superb. The mid-air shots, whatever have been taken frame to frame, scene to scene, it is picture perfect, right from the start, everything has gone good, and to generate the tension and also to keep the tension intact, the background music comes into the picture, and background music by Amar Mohile is ultimate, awesome and brilliant, I should tell. Tension creating and goosebump creating, I should tell. So all the technological aspects are really good. The first half is really an intense thriller right from the moment go. No time is wasted at all. So for the first 10-15 minutes, you'd feel like some scenes are shown. When you see the movie, you will realize after those initial 10 minutes, immediately the action takes place. Ajay Devgn enters the airport, and also Rakul Singh comes. She greets him. He doesn't listen. So we can see. So Ajay Devgn's character has been shown as an arrogant character, confident character, and also cool and composed character. The mixture of these things, arrogance, cool and composed, and having the senses, and pretty confident or overconfident, everything is brought. So Ajay Devgn is a perfect man to do all these things, a combo of these things. Ajay Devgn's character has come superbly, I should tell. As Captain Vikrant Khanna has done a commendable job. And then coming to Rakul Preet Singh, Tanya Albuquerque. So she keeps correcting her name. Once she tells Captain, it is not Albuquerque, it is Albuquerque. And then she also corrects Amitabh Bachchan in the courtroom drama. Amidst all those tensions, she corrects Amitabh Bachchan, and Amitabh Bachchan, who is investigating that particular case, and tells, sir, my name is Tanya Albuquerque. So she corrects that. And the surprise package of the movie is definitely Rakul Preet Singh. What a fantastic actress she is. Ajay Devgn, he has pulled out a phenomenal role apart from the director in the acting department also. And what to tell about Rakul Preet Singh? See her tension, her presence of mind, her interactions with Ajay Devgn, the confidence which she shows in the interaction, the disappointment which she shows when he doesn't give a proper response, and the boldness with which she tells her decision, Captain, whatever decision you are taking is wrong. And then the girl who panics, who cries, who shows tension in her face, each and every expression personified, I should tell. Rakul Preet Singh is a wonderful actress, and she should explore more and more good roles. Directors have to cast her in such good roles. A very good role written for Rakul Preet Singh, and she has carried out it brilliantly. And even in the courtroom drama, she is really awesome. The shock, the fear, and everything, all the emotion she shows, the breakdown, she breaks down in a couple of scenes. That is really good to see. And then comes the big B, Amitabh Bachchan sir. What to tell about him? Phenomenal actor. He is the head of AAIB, and he is investigating the case. Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau, I think AAIB. So he is the head of AAIB, and he is investigating this particular case. What had happened in the mid-air, were the right decisions taken, wrong decisions taken, what decisions were taken, everything. So he dissects, he goes into the anatomy and surgery of that particular case, what had happened. So both Ajay Devgn is investigated, and also Rakul Preet Singh is investigated. Both are investigated, and Amitabh Bachchan's way of conducting that particular investigation and interrogation of Ajay Devgn and Rakul Preet Singh is really brilliant, and those scenes have been written in a brilliant way. The last half an hour is totally Amitabh Bachchan's dominance, and he has given a commendable performance as always. What to tell about Big B? That was really awesome. So coming to the flaws, I don't see plenty of flaws except in the second half. For the immediately after the interval, for the first 15-20 minutes, you would feel the movie is slowing down, because many batches of investigation and interrogation takes place on Ajay Devgn and also Rakul Preet Singh before Amitabh Bachchan's character is introduced to as a very strict officer. Couple of scenes, and then once Amitabh Bachchan takes over that particular case and starts investigating into it, starts digging deep into it, again the intensity of the movie picks up, the speed of the movie picks up, and again a hardcore courtroom drama. So nobody can do a courtroom drama better than Amitabh Bachchan sir. Again he has showed as in this particular movie. In a particular scene, Amitabh Bachchan really goes hard on Ajay Devgn and renders a dialogue. You should see the modulation which Amitabh Bachchan gets in his dialogue, and only Amitabh Bachchan can get that modulation. He screams and tells Ajay Devgn, why don't you sit on this chair and teach us all how to conduct an inquiry? He tells that in his baritone voice, and that is ultimate, I think, ultimate modulation which Amitabh Bachchan, he is slow and pacey just before that particular dialogue, and then suddenly he becomes fiery and throws that particular dialogue. That is really brilliant scene in the movie. The cinematography, I should mention, is by Asim Bajaj, and the cinematography is really superb. Editing by Dharmendra Sharma is also awesome. As I said, the background music which maintains the tension throughout the movie and keeps the mood of the movie going on, it is really good. Background music, his background score is really good by Amar Mohile. So apart from this, we have Bomani Rani, we have Kariminati, the YouTuber, and a lot more characters in the movie who have small roles, but good roles, I should tell. Overall, finally, I should tell that Runway 34 is a good movie to watch on the big screen. A very good, intense aviation thriller. I should tell one of the fantastic ones made in the recent times. And yes, I forgot one thing: VFX. I have to mention the VFX. The VFX looks really good and standard. VFX is really good. I love the movie Runway 34. I would go with on my scoreboard. I would go with 8.5 out of 10 for Runway 34. Thanks for watching my video. If you loved my video, kindly like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll catch up with you all in my next video with yet another movie review. Until then, do take care. Goodbye. Namaste.